Hey Superfasters, welcome to our Facebook Live. And we are so excited to be with you today. We have the beautiful Mary-Anne, who, how much have you lost, Mary-Anne?
24 kilos from this morning.
Wow. Obviously you went down this morning.
Yes.
Well done.
I fasted yesterday.
Yay! Love that weigh in after a fast day. So Mary-Anne is going to be with us and she is going to tell you all about her story and all the tips and tricks she's learned along the way. And we would love you to just comment, I'm here, just say hi, just so we know you're watching, and any questions at all. We would love to answer them, wouldn't we, Mary-Anne?
Yes.
And in fact, we are going to be giving away our beautiful SuperFastDiet magazine to the best question. So ask away, and there is no such thing as a silly question. Any question at all, even, where to go tonight for dinner, we will answer it. And also, really exciting news, we have at the moment a really, really exciting offer of 14 days free trial of our program. So there's absolutely no risk, nothing to lose except the wobbly bits. Just join now and you can get access to our entire program, all the recipes, the meal plans, the closed Facebook group, and all our tips and tricks, and our Facebook Lives, of course. So we would love to just chat to Mary-Anne now and ask your questions, ask away. And firstly, I just want to ask you, Mary-Anne, before you discovered SuperFastDiet, how did you feel? What was life like?
I think that you have this idea that you're not as big as you are. And I don't know if any of you out there in Facebook world feel the same way. But I used to try on a size 14 and think, oh, this is such a small make. Why have they made this so small? Or, a size 16, or, this is just ridiculous. You know, they're not catering for real women. And I actually was buying these bigger sizes really against my will, thinking, that they're just small. They're just small makes. And I would cling on to any size 12s that I had that were all like stretchy stuff that, weren't really size 12s. Kidding myself that I was still a size 12. And I used to also see photos on Facebook or on social media, or, somebody take a photo at a restaurant, and you look at it and think, oh, that's a disgusting photo of me. I look so fat, And the reason was my scales were covered in carpet from the 1980s. That's how old they were.
Gorgeous.
They were quite disgusting and feral with dog fur, to be honest. But anyway, it's my dog's fault. But I used to weigh myself only on these scales. And so I really thought I was a lot lighter than I was. So that was the other issue. So I just thought there's something wrong with the clothes, something wrong with the cameras, wasn't me, and my scales wouldn't lie to me.
Were the scales broken?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Then I had a very bad moment. So I started going on the intermittent fasting because I thought, well, it can't all be lies. There must be some truth to it. And also anything I put on just looked disgusting. And I looked, like sausage casing when I tried to put on the tight, black dress and so on. So, those terrible moments when you got nothing to wear and the mirror really wasn't lying. So anyway, I did go on intermittent fasting because my sister Jen, you've all met Jen, that's my sister, she lost, she was just losing so much weight. At this point, I think she'd lost about 15 kilos. So I thought, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So I went on the SuperFastDiet and the first thing I'd say was I couldn't believe how much easier it was than anything else that I had tried. And I had really tried everything. I know people say that, but I really, really had. I've been on the Israeli egg diet.
That sounds really nourishing.
It was lovely to be around when I was on.
Could be a bit smelly.
Wasn't pleasant, my poor husband. But I tried everything. And the thing about this was I did the part day. Right. So I just didn't eat until lunchtime.
Perfect.
And
can you explain part day a little bit more?
I was always a breakfast person. I know everybody out there's thinking, oh, you got to have breakfast, It's a myth.
Yeah.
It's not true. It was invented by Kellogg's or something.
That's right.
And so you don't have to have breakfast at all.
No.
And you're not going to die by lunchtime. You can have a cup of tea. I have my cup of tea. I cheat and I have a little dash of milk. You're not supposed to. Have a little dash of milk.
You can do that.
And the weight just started falling off. And so I was really, really excited because I got down to what I thought was 68 kilos. And then I was so excited, dancing around. I got to my goal weight, hooray, hooray, hooray. And then I went to the hospital because I had some thing on my knee. Anyway, went to the hospital and they weighed me on their proper scales. And I said, excuse me, nurse, there's something wrong with your scales. And she said, no, they're calibrated every week.
Oh, no.
I was 81 kilos.
And you thought you were 68?
So I cried in the toilets at the hospital.
Oh, no.
It's very tragic. And then they gave me antibiotics because I had this infection. And on the way home from the hospital, instead of going to the chemist to get the antibiotics, I went to Kmart and bought new scales because I still didn't believe them. Then I went to the chemist. It was all right. And then I got home and weighed myself 81 kilos.
Oh, you must have been devastated.
There's no words for that. The carpet scales lied. They lied to me all those years. So guessing what I originally was, that those scales had said I'd lost about 9 kilos. So I think I was, I think I was about 88 kilos to start with. That's actually what I now think I was.
On the carpet scales?
No,
on the real scales?
On real scales.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I was to start with.
Yeah.
So then I got really serious about it, and that was the dark moment of the soul. So anybody out there who's thinking, I'm really, really scared that it won't work, and what if I lose weight and put it back on like I've done a million times, that's exactly what happened to me. Like I thought I'd lost the weight. I hadn't lost the weight.
Well, you had lost weight. You just didn't realise what you'd started from.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shocking truth came to light. And so I got really serious about it then.
Yeah.
Because, I'm hitting 50 this year, and I thought...
She doesn't look it, does she?
I probably looked at when I was heavier, but it does age you, I think.
Sure.
You've got... I think I was dressing a lot older. I was camouflaging my body all the time and quite frumpy, some of the clothes I was wearing, the big loose tops and, the tights and the boots, but, it couldn't hide it. It couldn't hide it, really.
And ask any questions, please. Any questions at all, ask Mary-Anne, ask me, whatever questions you like, just keep the comments coming. So what was it like when you first started?
I really just didn't find it hard. I suppose I had a false sense of security that I thought I was losing so much weight, but I was
true.
Was losing weight, just not as much as I'd hoped I had. But when I got to started really getting serious about it, like this week when I got to, I'm now 64 kilos, and when I hit that this week, I haven't been that weight since I was about 29, since I got married.
Fantastic. There's a question here, Mary-Anne. Jessica. Hi, Jessica. How long did it take you to lose your weight, Mary-Anne?
Once I got serious about it, Jessica, from the 81 down to the 64, that took about 5 to 6 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much is that? 6 plus 11,
you
17.
Steadily lost weight the whole time, haven't you?
Yes.
After the carpet scales incident.
The carpet scales incident. It's going to go down in history at SuperFastDiet.
I've heard the story, but I've never heard the actual numbers. I didn't realise it was so dramatic.
It was so bad.
Oh dear.
And the poor nurse, I'm crying.
Oh, you're not worried about your leg dropping off. I'm worried about the scales. So what was your first fast day like?
Not hard. My first 500 calorie day was hard. Like my first day of part day, really skipping breakfast. And it's not just skipping breakfast, of course. Like you're eating lower calories in general.
And healthier food.
But doing the 500 calorie day, that took me ages to do. I was really nervous of it. I thought, I couldn't do it. But I do it every Monday now. I did it yesterday, and I don't find it hard.
And what do you think changed for you to now find it easy to do a fast day?
Because it's over really quickly. Like you go to bed early, Yeah, I drink a lot of tea, so it's not really that big a deal. And it really turbocharges your weight loss. I mean, for me anyway. I lost a lot more weight once I started doing that. And like I said, getting down to 64 now it's an amazing feeling. Incredible. Especially turning 50. That I'm wearing skinny jeans.
Yay!
And
you look amazing. Sexy little thing.
Feel better.
We've got a comment from Jody. That's so funny with the scales. It really is, isn't it, Jody? Oh dear. So did you do 16:8?
Yes, 16:8 is what we call part day here at SuperFastDiet, who I now work for, actually, because I love it all so much. I'm a big convert. And yeah, it's just 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock is what I do. So you only eat for 8 hours out of the day, but that's just having lunch and dinner. It's not hard. It's not hard.
Tell us what you have on a normal day, a normal 16:8 day.
16:8 day. Well, what I tend to have is I work at home probably 4 to 5 days a week. I'm also a writer, so I'm at the computer a lot. So I have to be careful not to sort of just chop down on a whole lot of carbs and so on. So I tend to have lunch, and I'll have I either will have like soup and a piece of toast, or I actually have those thins. You can buy thins. They're like 2 skinny pieces of toast, but you feel
amazing.
you feel like you're getting 2, which is really nice. And I'll put a bit of Vegemite because I'm a Vegemite addict.
Me too.
And if I'm so inclined, I'll actually make like a cauliflower stir fry.
Yes.
The cauliflower rice that you get in the supermarkets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah's asking, how do you deal with hunger?
Hunger is your friend, Sarah.
Oh.
Don't be afraid of hunger. I used to be afraid of hunger.
Yeah.
It doesn't last very long. So right now I'm hungry. I'm doing the part day today, and because we're filming, normally I would have eaten by now. So if you can hear the rumbling tummy down through the camera, sorry about that. But we're only human. But I am really hungry right now. But I know that I'm going to eat in, soon. So I don't care. So,
it's actually quite a good feeling. I've come to feel hunger now and think, oh, that's good. I feel a bit hungry. And do you know what? You really enjoy your food.
You do.
Don't you?
I think that people have said in the past, when you're hungry, you have to eat. Your body's telling you to eat. It's not really. It's just basically saying, oh, that's how long it's been since you ate. Not you have to eat. Do you know? So what I do now is like hungry, I'll eat in another hour, and then that hour later, I really enjoy what I eat. So, I always have a really yummy lunch, whether it's the cauliflower stir-fry rice or I make like a pasta bake out of the cognac noodles, which is really, really nice. The recipe actually is on the Facebook page. It's really yummy. But I have a lot of soups in winter. It's a really good time to have soups.
And what do you have for dinner?
Whatever the family's having. I have 13 and 15-year-old boys and husband, and they all eat a lot. So
they play a lot of footy.
A lot of football.
Yeah.
What I find is, for example, last night we had a lamb roast. So what I did was I just had a little bit of the lamb roast, then I had all steamed veggies, which they had too, which is really, really good for them. And then I had pumpkin, which is really low in calorie.
You know, pumpkin is actually better than sweet potato in terms of calories, even though we love sweet potato as well. But super, super low calorie, and oven-baked pumpkin is the best.
And it was a really beautiful dinner.
Ella's got a question, and you're the perfect person to answer this, Mary-Anne. Any tips for easily family-friendly recipes?
You can really adjust any dinner. So, for example, a lamb roast, and I would have been about 400 calories at that dinner for me. And it was really mostly the meat, but put any calories on there because pumpkin and steamed veggies.
Yum.
And I just had, what did I have? Oh, I made pumpkin wedges for lunch, a little bit of ham. So that's it.
Awesome.
But my family all had the baked potatoes. And I used to think there's no way in the world I could not have a baked potato. But baked pumpkin's really nice.
Yes.
You can handle it.
Yes.
I promise you.
Baked carrots are good too.
I bake and onion.
Baked onion and squash and zucchini.
Yeah.
It's all awesome. It brings out a sweeter flavour in the oven.
I think so. And I think coming back to family-friendly recipes, I will do a version for me and a version for the kids and husband for Mexican, Italian, everything. You can have a look on the website, or have a look on the Facebook page, but there's lots and lots of family solutions. It is the biggest reason I lost weight, is doing that.
Absolutely. You don't need to cook 2 different meals.
Yeah.
And please ask your questions, and we are giving a SuperFast Diet magazine.
There's some family-friendly recipes in
Oh,
here,
there
actually.
are too.
Yeah, and
There's loads of recipes.
it tells you how to
50
do it.
recipes.
So cheat.
Yes, there's a family section in there. And we'll put a link up too if you want to buy the magazine. We'll show you where to buy it. But best question wins one. We'll post it out to you. Yay! So how much have you lost, Mary-Anne?
Yeah, 24 kilos now.
Fantastic.
So I'm 64 kilos. At my best weight, really ever, I was 63, and that was in my 20s. And I'm going to Fiji in 10 days' time with the rugby club, 89 people.
That's a good motivation.
Yeah, and I just thought, if I could wear a bikini in Fiji at 49 3/4, and I'm going to give it a go. There's going to be a lot of fake tan and no photos allowed.
That's okay.
But I am going to wear a bikini with a sarong, and my children will be very embarrassed and I'll have to hide from them. But
Kate says, do you exercise at all, Mary-Anne?
I have a really good trick for exercise, for any mums anyway. I walk around the football field.
Brilliant.
So I'm at that football field 6 times a week, easily.
Yeah.
And if
She's
I
got
walk...
2 boys.
Yeah. If I walk for 30 minutes, that's 3 hours exercise a week. That is wasted time. It is cold. You're just standing there anyway. You take the poor dog, then he loves you even more. So that's a really good one for me. I did used to go to the gym. I used to work in gyms for a long time. I love gyms, but I got over them. So for me, being in nature is a double hit. So it's lovely to have that fresh air. And it's just, if you've got time that you're standing around and you're outdoors, especially with sport, with kids, just walk around.
Walking around the shopping mall even is awesome. And you can look at the clothes and think, I'm going to get that when I get to my goal, get that. You can do lots of things just walking around.
Yeah. I have been thinking about getting one of those, is it?
Fitbit?
Yeah, just to see how much walking. I know I'm doing a lot more.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Alice, hi Alice, asks, are there any veggies you should stay away from?
There's 5, isn't there? They say potato.
These are the high carb ones.
They're the high carb, not stay away from, but not have as much of. It's corn, potato, peas. What's the other one?
They're the main ones.
Starchy, the super starches. But I mean, quite honestly, I've fallen in love with pumpkin. I used to think pumpkin was all right. I've fallen in love with pumpkin.
Me too.
And sweet potato. We do love sweet potato.
Yes, we love our sweet potato fries. And Danny, hi Danny, asks, do you avoid carbs on non-fast days? We were just talking about this, weren't we, Mary-Anne?
Yeah, that's
the
right.
whole low carb, high good fats idea.
I got into a habit early on in the program of not having carbs at night, because one of my friends had lost a lot of weight simply by doing that.
Yes.
And it's not a rule, but why eat them at night if you don't really need to when there's lots of substitutes? So, for example, when we have tacos as a family, I use the lettuce cups instead of taco shells. I still get all the yummy stuff. I just use lettuce cups. Instead of with pasta, I have the slendia or the cognac noodles. With stir fries, I just have the cauliflower rice. So there's lots of ways to avoid having carbs at night in a family environment, or whether you have a family or not. And it's not really that hard. The only carbs I probably still have is a little bit of toast, and not every day.
Yes. And if you have toast, it's good to have like the Bergen bread or something that's got a bit of fibre in it, not the white bread. That's right. In fact, they've just released a new clinical study which showed that on the 2 fast days, if you simply cut down your carbs, you can lose weight just by doing that alone.
Yeah,
so cutting down carbs is a good asset to have, but you don't have to go too extreme.
Yeah.
Anne asks, hi Anne, which calorie counting app do you use?
I did actually, I can't remember which one it was. In the beginning, I used one. My Net Diary, is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I just Google it, or I know a lot of it now, to be honest. Like, once you've been doing it for quite a long time, you really do have a pretty good idea. But if I'm not sure, I do read the back of the packets. But turning 50, I'm going blind, so I have to get my 13-year-old to read it for me.
And you divide by 4 if it's in kilojoules.
That's right.
Which is really easy. I use Calorie King. I find that's really good. Yeah, My Net Diary is another one which is good. My Fitness Pal, Easy Diary is another one. Anyway, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You get to know it.
You
get sort of like favourite things that you'll eat. But I'll tell you one thing. On my non-fast days, I don't count calories anymore. You know, I did in the beginning, but you know, when you have a few wines, you might lose count.
And you've got to have a few wines, let's face it. This has got to be sustainable, and that's the biggest thing that we really promote, is that in order for this to actually become a way of life, you've got to have your fun on your off days, don't you?
If you
That's
met
why
us
we love
in
this
the
program.
wild, out in the wild, when Vicky and I are free, you might realise that we really let our hair down on the weekends.
Yep.
And you really can.
Yes.
And I could never lose weight
Yeah.
before because I break the diet every Friday night. You know, you don't break this diet. You have
No.
what you want on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you still 24
That's it.
kilos.
As Shelley says, it's like stunt dieting.
It is.
Because you only have to be good 2 days a week, or if you do 3 days a week, the 3-day method. And if you do part day, as long as it's within that 8 hours, you're laughing.
Yeah,
Aren't you?
I did 500 calorie test today because I'm doing the Monday,
Yeah.
and then I've gone on to part day today, so I haven't eaten yet today. So you think, okay, this woman's had 500 calories since Sunday night, and yeah, I'm a bit hungry, but I'm used to it,
Yeah.
and I'm about to eat, and I'm
Yes.
going to eat. If you go down to see me down in the mall, I'm going to be eating, you know, and I can.
Yeah. And you should see her on a Friday night. She has her potato crisps and her Chardonnay.
Carb fest.
Yeah,
Cheese.
that's right. And still you can lose weight. Julie, hi Julie, says, did you cut out sugar?
Almost. I only have sugar that I know of in my tea, and I have been having that Napthia, the not so bad
Oh, yes.
artificial sweetener one.
Yeah.
But if there's none around, I'll have a tiny sprinkle, a little sprinkle. But you know, I still lost the weight. Shouldn't
Yeah.
really have it.
Yeah. They say you can have up to 6 teaspoons technically per day for dietary guidelines. And if you look at the grams of sugar on the pack and divide by 4, that's how many teaspoons. That gives you a really good idea.
Yeah, I was never really a big sugar eater
No.
or drinker, but my husband, when he stopped having soft drinks, he lost quite a lot of weight. It's a lot of hidden sugar in those drinks and energy drinks.
Yeah, get rid of energy drinks, get rid of soft drink. It's just not good for you.
No.
Yeah. Amanda asks, do you count calories strictly or just guess?
That's a really good question, because in the beginning it was a bit slow for me with the weight loss because I was guessing, because I had a long time in the fitness industry, starting a gym, and believe it or not with this background, but anyway, and I really was guesstimating a lot, and as soon as I started doing it properly and looking it up, I lost a lot more weight. So
Yeah, for
my
sure.
advice would be, in the beginning, don't guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you. Even for the first few weeks,
Yeah.
it's not hard, and soon you know, a skinny cappuccino is 70, a boiled egg is 80. You just know,
You do know.
And
Yeah.
eventually you don't even. It's second nature.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm on a fast day today because I'm maintaining, and I did my plan, and I thought I don't even have to actually count up the calories because I just know. In fact, I put it on the Facebook page. I'll pop it on. We've got a free Facebook group right now. It's called SuperFast Diet Free June Jumpstart. So we'll pop the link in and you can see everything that we're doing on the program. And don't forget, we've got 14 days free to try our program right now, a free trial, which is really exciting, and it's ending the end of this week. We've never done it before.
Now, can I just tell you,
Yeah.
the first 14 days of this program, it will change your life. It changed my life. If you
true.
do 14 days of this, you get access to all the recipes, all sample days, meal plans, everything. You get your own dashboard. It's like you've paid for the membership for 2 weeks, because I've got quite a lot of friends doing it at the moment. Give it a go. I'm telling you, I was 24 kilograms heavier. It affected my whole life. I know how you feel out there if you like that. It will change your life. What have you got to lose?
That's right. Well, Beth just asked, hi Beth, how do I sign up for the 14-day trial? We'll pop the link in the comments for you. Simply click through and away you go. Yeah. So, Mary-Anne, what's life like now minus those 24 kilos?
I think the person benefiting the most is my husband, aside from me, because I've stopped. He's so naughty. I've stopped whinging so much. You know, I was really painful, and I was constantly, don't eat that in front of me, and I'm on a diet, and I can't have that, and you think I'm fat. Do I look fat in this? And the poor, long-suffering man had to put up with this for, you know, a couple of years. He's happier because I'm happier, and that's a really big difference. It's like a bit of a honeymoon period, I suppose you'd say. But I suppose the thing is, I come home when I've got shopping and I put on like a little skirt or something, and I'm so excited to go shopping and show him, and you know, I feel a lot younger. I don't feel like I'm turning 50.
Absolutely not. Well, you don't look it. And Mary-Anne is actually a very, very successful author of fiction books, and you lost weight for a fantastic book launch, and I saw you in this gorgeous red dress. Be lovely if later on you can pop a picture of yourself up in your gorgeous red dress.
I so thought I was never going to fit it.
How did that feel on that night to be in that slinky little number?
You know, it was basically, I just thought, I cannot get up there after all these years trying to get published and be all this, carrying all this weight because I don't feel successful. And I know that sounds silly, but I didn't feel successful. I still felt like a failure. And when I lost most of that weight, I think I lost about 18 by then. And I stood up in that dress on the podium. I did feel happy.
Yeah.
Happy, I suppose you'd say. I want to say proud, but it's probably too big a word.
No.
I was happy.
I think you can say you're proud. Yeah, you should be proud.
I still had a little bit to go.
I'll be proud of you.
Oh. You were there.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. So I was so proud. I was crying.
It was exciting.
Petra, which method did you find worked best? And that's a really good question to ask Mary-Anne, Petra, because she has tried them all. Does one work faster than the others?
Look, the 16-8 was, well, the part day was the one that I was less afraid of. I was very afraid of 500 calories. Like I told you, it really took me a while to try that.
I actually remember in the very beginning you said there is no way I would ever be able to do a 500 calorie day.
No, and you know why? This is evil. Because then I couldn't possibly have wine. Not that I was necessarily going to have wine, but then if I wanted it, I couldn't. And I was a bit of a claustrophobic, can't have wine. And that's really bad to admit, but it's true. But now, like yesterday, I did my 500 calories, didn't even think about it, because, you know, it's not very hard.
Well, to be honest, it's actually good for you to have 2 wine-free days a week.
You know,
that's a good discipline for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's really just a mental thing. Who needs a glass of wine, really? I mean, who needs one?
Yes. You can tell yourself, I can have it tomorrow.
Exactly.
No matter what, that's what gets me through. I think, that's okay, I can have it tomorrow.
Yeah. And also, I love the 3-day when you do the 1,000 calories. I was doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's really, really doable as well. I did that for a while.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I did 1,000,
right,
and then eat whatever the rest. That's the 3-day. I really liked it.
Yeah.
My favourite's definitely part day though. I just feel like, you know, having up to 1,600 calories in an 8-hour window, there's no way I have that many. I did it at the beginning. It's so many calories. You just don't even need them.
Yeah. In fact, Dr. Krista Varady just released a worldwide study. She's on our board of advisors. She's from the University of Illinois in Chicago. Such a brilliant scientist. And she's probably done more scientific studies on intermittent fasting than anyone else in the world. And she has just released a study. She put a whole bunch of people on the 8-hour window and said they could eat whatever they want.
Yeah, wow.
Called ad libitum. Eat whatever you want.
Ad libitum.
And they lost weight just by restricting their calories, restricting the eating window to the 8 hours. Danny, hi Danny, how many calories should you have on a non-fast day? Well, that is an outstanding question. And when you go into our program with the 14-day free trial, you actually get a personalised, it's called a TDEE, or Total Daily Energy Expenditure, which is based on how tall you are, how much you weigh, whether you're male or female, how old you are, what kind of activity levels you do. So it's worked out scientifically for your non-fast day. But for the average woman, it's up to 2,000 calories you can have on a non-fast day.
It's really a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean, on the weekend, I go to the kids' football and I will still have the bacon and egg roll, and then, you know, something light in the afternoon, and then I'll go out to dinner and have drinks with my friends. That's 2,000 calories. You don't... It's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah. Sharon says, which days do you fast? Well, the most popular days for the 2-day fast are Mondays and Thursdays, but you can actually do any days you want. What do you like to do, Mary-Anne?
I do mix it up. So I do Monday, I fast the 500 calories. It feels really normal and natural to fast on a Monday because weekends. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, like today and tomorrow, I'll probably only do 1,000 calories each day in the 8 hours, and then the rest of the week I'll do between 1,600 and 2,000. But see, I'm mixing it all up. When I did do the 2 days, I was probably doing Monday, Wednesday, and when I was doing the 3-day, I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the part day most days except Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday it's nice to have brekkie out with your friends, brunch.
It's the only day I have breakfast.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, at the football.
Yeah. Christine, how do I work out my TDEE? Good question. So if you go into our 14-day free trial and go through the pre-program, we will work out your TDEE for you. You just have to punch in your height, your weight, your age, your activity level, and we'll work it out. It's like a little computer.
Yeah. It's a lot to do with your height, I think, really.
Yeah, for sure.
To me.
For sure. Mainly your height and your age, I think. Ask any more questions. We love answering your questions. And don't forget, the best question will get a free copy of our SuperFastDiet magazine with 50 easiest ever recipes. Everyone loves our recipes, don't they?
Yeah.
Loves them. And Mary-Anne, if you had to summarise your journey in just a few sentences, what would you say?
It's really like you're walking up and down mountains at first because you're kind of figuring out how to do it. Not mountains, hills. As opposed to when you go on other kinds of diets and you really, right from the word go, you feel like you are walking up Everest. It's hard. And you know you can't stop. And if you do, you'll go back down to the bottom because you can't break it. So this is really different. It's just these hills, and you eventually, you know, this morning was the first time I got below 65 kilos.
Oh,
so, you know,
congratulations.
And from 88, it's
wow.
You know,
that's amazing.
But I eventually got there. And the other thing I would say, don't give up. Don't give up. If you break it, it doesn't matter because you just fast tomorrow, and that's the beauty of it.
Yes. This is not a quick fix. So if you're looking for like a quick drop a dress size in a week, this is not for you. What this is a brand new way of life because it's sustainable. It's something you can do for the rest of your life. I remember I actually met up with Dr. Michael Mosley, and he said, why do you love intermittent fasting? And I explained to him, it was a really good question to ask me. Nobody had actually asked me that quite that way. We said, why are you so passionate about it? And I said, it's because I've tried so many different things, and I know I've nailed it. I never ever have to worry about how I'm going to lose weight again.
That's right. And how many times have you sat there and thought, oh, I'll start on Monday, which one? Oh, I hate that one. Oh, it's not like that.
No.
And it's not a quick fix. You will get quick results, you really will, but long term, you will lose it for good. I'm never going back.
No, brilliant. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about joining us on our 14-day free trial?
I had a bunch of girlfriends actually at lunch a few weeks ago. We all went out, and quite a lot of them want to lose weight, between, I'd say, 10 and 30 kilos, quite a few people there, and they're all saying, what happened to you? How did you lose the weight? And I said, I just gave it a go. You have got 14 days free, full access to everything. You're so lucky. Give it a go. Yeah. Why would you not do that? Because you, honestly, if you're looking for something and you want to feel, I'm telling you, I feel 30. I do. I feel 30. I've got so much energy.
Yeah, you do. Trim taut and terrific, babe.
I might not look 30. Sorry if that looks bad on camera.
Yeah, you do. You look amazing. Any more questions? We're going to start wrapping up now, and this is your chance to ask myself or Mary-Anne anything you like. And Mary-Anne, if you could time travel back before you started, and I remember before you started, and you were like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. What would you say to yourself?
You can do it. I really didn't believe I could do it, and I also thought, I didn't think I could get through one fast day. I thought, 500 calories, no way. Well, don't even worry about that. Just do the part day. You've got 1,600 calories to do. A lot of the diets I went on were 1,200. You know, that's fairly hard. You can do it. But 1,600 stacks.
It is,
It's
actually.
stacks.
A lot of people have trouble eating that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for a woman my height. I'm 5'6", but you know, it really is a lot of weight for your height, and I think you'll find it's not hard at all. If I could go back in time, I'd say hurry up and do it. You're sitting around miserable, wearing your Saturday night knickers, crying because you can't go to the ball, like a failed middle-aged Cinderella, you know. But you can go to the ball. You've just got to go on SuperFastDiet first.
Yay. Hi, Meg. Nice to see you. Thanks for your question. What are some simple fast day food recipe ideas, or just ideas? Simple fast day ideas.
There's so many. Like, I'll tell you some of the simplest ones I did when I was in a real hurry was I would get the Slendia noodles.
Yep.
So that they're 10 calories for a packet of noodles.
Amazing.
Well, they're not noodles. They're vegetables, but they look like noodles.
They're in the health food section in Coles and Woolies.
Yep. And I would just get like a quarter jar of bolognese sauce, which was 80 calories.
Fantastic.
Put that in with a bit of parmesan. I've got 100 calories. Put it in the microwave. It's taking me 10 seconds.
Yum.
1 minute later, and I'm having a bowl of pasta for 100 calories.
Unreal. Unreal.
Like that.
Love it. And we love soups, especially in winter. You can get some great ready-made soups, which are, you know, like 100 calories. We like, there's Dari K, Patango, La Zupa. There's some really good brands. Just read the label to see how many calories are in them and make sure they're all natural. Yeah. And other great fast day, like fruit, like berries, strawberries, blueberries, mandarins.
Yeah, strawberries good.
And lots of veggies.
Yeah, and cutting up. I just cut up some root vegetables and put a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit, maybe the spray, and some paprika and salt and pepper, and stick it in the oven. That takes me 2 minutes, and then I go back on the computer and I type away, and then 40 minutes later,
awesome.
Gourmet.
Fantastic. And fish and chicken.
Fish.
Always good. Fresh food, if you possibly can.
Yeah.
Fresh food.
But if you can't, stick in the in your freezer, just put some fish pieces in the freezer.
Yes.
Or frozen veggies that you can throw into cauliflower rice with a bit of stir fry. There's lots of really easy ones. It's all in the program though. It's all there.
Yeah. So with the 14-day free trial, we'll give you all those tips and tricks. And check out our Facebook Live from yesterday, because yesterday there were actually 4 of us who showed you what we eat on a fast day, and that is going to be in the Facebook group. So the free pop-up group, make sure you join it so that you get that. And Donna asks, is 3 days of 500 calories too strict? Oh, good question. If you want to speed things along. Well, we don't want you to do 3 days of 500 calories from the beginning, because it's good just to get used to it, and we don't want it to be too hard. But you certainly can. What do you think?
I've never done it.
You've never done it. I don't
it's
think
really
I've
hard
ever
for
done
me.
it either.
Yeah, I don't
Ever.
think I could.
No.
But look, I mean, I could.
You
sure.
could.
But I mean, honestly, if you're doing 2 500s and maybe 1,000 calorie day, I've done that.
That's what I would recommend.
That's not that.
Yeah, 2 500s and 1,000, and if you really wanted to speed it up, you could do a couple of 8-hour window days as well.
Yeah.
But that's really advanced intermittent fasting.
Yeah, don't be scared off by it, I suppose, is my advice. Like, because I was scared of 1 500 calorie day, so don't be afraid of it. Really, really, you might be hungry for a little while, but it's not very long. It's just not very long, and next day you can eat whatever you want.
That's right. So we're going to be ending soon because we're starving. No, we're not really. A little bit hungry. We're going to have our lunch now. And if you've got any more questions, now's the time to answer. And we will be staying on after the live finishes to answer your questions. So still keep putting your questions in. So is there anything else you'd like to share, Mary-Anne?
I think the reason it works so well is it's ongoing without being restrictive. You're never going on a diet and you're never going off a diet. You're just basically changing the way you think about food. And now I just honestly have patterns in my life where Monday I fast, The rest of the week I just do a part day, don't eat breakfast, eat pretty healthy. Weekends have whatever I want. 24 kilos.
Brilliant.
That is an easy diet.
It sure is. That's awesome. So we're going to wrap up now. It's been so lovely chatting to you. Keep your questions coming because we're going to hang around and answer them while we're eating our lunch. Anyway, lots of love to you all and we'll see you soon.
Good luck.